Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. I am Glory, the Golden Light Goddess, and I am here today to do a general reading for the sign of Aries. And just a brief apology for not receiving your videos last month. There is also some other details about that you'll find below in the comments. This month I am doing a 7-card reading with 2 additional bonus cards using the Legacy of the Divine by Cyril Marchetti, and then I'll be pulling a guidance card today from the Starseed Oracle by Cheryl Yombrack Rose. And then it is also your birthday month this month, Aries. And so I want to wish you all a very happy birthday. And at the end of this reading, there will also be an additional 3-card pull for your birthday sign. So a question, yes, no, maybe so would be good if you want to hang around for that. So we're starting your reading today off with Aries with your overall energy card for 2018. You do have the Lovers coming up in the reverse here, and the Lovers card coming up in the reverse is really about the inability to make a decision. It could indicate separation or a disconnection of some sort going on for Aries there in the month of April. So we'll go ahead now and take a look at the rest of your cards and see how that all plays out here. Alright, calling on my guides, angels, teachers, helpers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Aries, asking for guidance, clarity, vision, and wisdom as we look at the energies coming in for the sign of Aries for the month of April 2018. Giving thanks in advance for perfect clarity, perfect wisdom, and perfect vision as we look at the energies coming in for Aries for the month of April 2018. Alright, Aries, and we are just about ready to take a look at the cards for your energy for the month of April 2018. Alright, so that feels pretty good. And as I mentioned, we are doing a 7-card spread here, and as we progress through the reading, I will share a bit more about the meaning of each card's placement. Alright, so let's go ahead now and take a look. Alright, so yes, let's go ahead now and take a look at your first card here. You do have the Empress coming up in the reverse in your past position. Now, the Empress in the upright is all about being fertile. It's all about abundance, the ability to produce or manifest what you're most hoping for. When we see this in the reverse, this signifies more of dependence on others and not being able to stand in your own strength and in your own power and do what needs to be done. Also here, this card is an indication of fertility in terms of pregnancy and whatnot, and when we see it in the reverse, that could also indicate some fertility issues you may have dealt with or someone close to you may be dealing with there in the past. But again, in the past position here, this Empress in the reverse does signify depending on others, maybe a bit too much there. All right, so in your present position, however, we do see a nice turnaround here with the Ace of Coins coming in as your current position. And this ace is all about new money, a new job, a new raise or a promotion, maybe an investment of some sort, or some new income source showing up for you here in the present position. So this is a very nice birthday indication for you here, Aries, with this new money showing up for you in some form or fashion here in your current position. All right, so next up we have your future position, and here we see movement. Here we have the Six of Swords coming up in your future position. So we have new money showing up in the present for Aries, and movement towards calmer, more serene waters here is what this Six of Swords really points to. The Six of Swords is also about a necessary transition. This could indicate a move. You could be moving from one home to the other. It could be just travel in general. But this card again does signify movement for Aries in the very near future. And potentially with some of that new money that you're creating for yourself in the right now, Aries. So that is great to see for you there. Now, this card goes very well with your, in this reading, is meant to pair with your overall energy card, which is, of course, the Lovers in the reverse that we talked about originally there. So the Page of Swords is what your card is for your present, for you. This card represents you. And pages normally come forth with messages of some sort, but they could also indicate spying or truth-telling. It could also indicate a level of curiosity, increased curiosity, right? So we have the Lovers card showing up for you here in the reverse. So this level of curiosity could be very helpful for Aries, because as we saw here with the Lovers card, you could be dealing with some form of disconnection or feeling as an inability to make a decision, or a sense of separation there. So when we see this this Page of Swords coming in the upright position here, what we ultimately can deduce from that is that the energy is definitely present for you to get really clear by being really curious about the things that are going on around you. The Page of Swords is a great way for you to reveal the truth through this energy, or for the truth to be revealed to you during this, while you have this energy present for you. This could also indicate some gossiping or spying eyes, if you will. That could be creating that sense of disconnection for you, Aries, as it relates to your current position there. But we'll move on now and take a look at some of your other cards. And the next one is actually your internal influence card. And we do have the Seven of Cups coming up in the reverse here. So upright, the Seven of Cups is all about having a lot of choices, a lot of options, if you will, to choose from. And when we see this Seven of Cups coming up in the reverse, it really speaks to a level of clarity. And this card is actually your internal influence here. So this is speaking to the level of clarity that you actually have available to you as an internal force or an internal strength. Okay, so this Seven of Cups in the reverse is actually a very good card. It dispels illusions and allows you to see very clearly and very effectively what's actually going on around you there. So this is actually a very, very good card to have as an internal influence. All right, so next up we have your external influence. And we are coming in here with the Tower card in the reverse. So the Tower card is really one that talks about change, necessary change, things that are actually falling apart out of necessity, out of a need of things to change or get better for you. And when we see this card coming up in the reverse in your future position is what this card is actually coming in as. It really speaks to you avoiding disaster, or avoiding a very oppressive situation, being able to avert that, right? And it also talks about a fear of change, right? So as a external influence, that tells me that some of these changes that I can clearly see, especially in the financial department, and then possibly even with the physical location there, big changes in store moving forward there for Aries. There could be some fear of change involved there, experienced throughout that process of change. So move forward with the confidence in knowing that you're always in the right place at the right time, and you're always moving in the direction that is most helpful and the highest path for you as an individual. All right, so let go of some of that fear, in other words. All right, so let's move on now to your outcome and your two bonus cards. So your final outcome card was the Chariot in the reverse. Here is what we can see. And the Chariot upright is about taking action, a change of pace or a change of direction there. But when we see the Chariot in the reverse, that's about giving up or losing your direction, or perhaps even some issues with this travel that we noted, this movement here that we noted in your future position. There could be some delays is what I want to say there. So in addition to your Chariot in the reverse, you also have more indication here of financial abundance, more indication. You also pull the Ace of Coins as a current position card. In addition to that, with your final outcome card, you also have the Nine of Coins coming in the upright. Now, the Nine of Coins is about luxury. It's about sufficiency and financial gain. It is really a very prosperous and lucrative and abundant energy that you have available to you. So this Chariot in the reverse that we just talked about here, losing your direction or feeling like you're going to give up, it could be that this type of energy is present because it's been a long time coming. It could be that you maybe waited or put forth a lot of effort to move your situation in a new direction or to experience a new circumstance. So that could be where the sense of wanting to give up is coming in here. But we do see this very abundant and very prosperous energy coming in, along with your other bonus card, which is the Queen of Swords coming in the upright. Now, this Queen of Swords coming in the upright is really also about being very self-sufficient, being able to take care of yourself and telling the truth, speaking your truth and standing in your truth, which is more of what we saw here with the Seven of Cups in the reverse as an internal influence. That card really spoke to your level of clarity. And so this Queen of Swords is also doing the same thing, letting you know that you are moving into a time of, it appears to be very abundant. Some changes are coming up. You are very clear on what it is you will need to do and when you will need to do that. And of course, as I said, the Tower coming up in the reverse here really also bringing forth the energy of letting go, the ability to let go and truly move on into more calmer, loving waters. And as I mentioned as well about the fear of change there, you know, to really look at that as the puff of smoke that it actually is. So again, this is a very good reading here for you, Aries. The sense that the feeling that you want to give up here, that was indicated with the Chariot card, is a feeling that can be easily overcome once you begin to see the evidence, the fruits of your labor. And what Spirit wants you to know today is it doesn't actually have to show up for you to believe that it's possible that this very abundant and lucrative energy is present for you. The ability to do that will help you to very smoothly make this transition, this movement that's obviously in store for you here. It will allow you to move through this change, this movement very, very gracefully is what it will do. All right, so let's go ahead now and take a look at your final guidance card here from the Starstream Oracle. Calling on my guides, angels, teachers, and helpers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Aries. Asking for one additional guidance card to close out the reading for Aries for the month of April 2017. Giving thanks in advance for one additional guidance card for the sign of Aries. This one right here would like to come out. Alright, so let's go ahead now and take a look at your final guidance card. Very nice, Aries. There is obviously someone very close to you who's very, very much a divine and spiritual connection. You did have the Lover's card that came up in the reverse, and as with all major arcanas, even when that card shows up in the reverse, it still carries a very strong signature of what the card means in the upright. So here we did see evidence of something that you were very passionate and very heart-centered about here, and now we have this divine union showing up. So this could also indicate that you have either just recently met someone who's going to be very influential and helpful and is very much a part of the overall plan for your life, or you're already involved with this individual. This individual is already on the path with you, working through the daily things that people tend to work through, you know. But this is a very divine connection, and it's very helpful to you on your path here, and it's playing a very big role in your ability here to prosper when this new money shows up, and also when this movement goes on. That divine union is going to be very much a part of this entire energy for you here. All right, Aries, that does conclude your reading for the birthday month. So now we're going to take a look at your bonus card. As I mentioned, if you do have a question that you're wanting to ask, or an idea about something that you're wanting to know about, you will want to hold a number anywhere between 1 and 3. Select a number between 1 and 3, and then we'll look at that. The deck I'm using is the Dreaming Way, the Lenormand deck, and we'll hopefully get 3 very good cards out here for that 3-card draw. Alright, and just giving the cards a little shuffle, and then we'll split them and look at the 3 cards to answer your question, if you have a question. Alright, that feels good. Let's go ahead and cut those. And alright, so if you pick number 1, if your choice was number 1, there you have it. Again, the heart showing up. It is definitely a yes if you picked number 1, and that's just perfect with your reading today with the divine union, as well as the Lover's card is in the reverse as your overall energy. So yes, if you pick number 1, you have a definite yes. If you selected number 2, the answer is definitely no. This is the Mice card, and mice definitely do come to take things away. So whatever your question was, if you selected number 2, the answer is no. And if you select number 3, you are looking at growth. Whatever your question is, the answer that you're seeking will help you to grow. It is for your growth. Whatever your question is, it is definitely for your growth. All right, and that's the tree, actually. All right, so that does conclude your reading and your bonus birthday reading for the month of April. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a very prosperous and abundant April 2018, and I'll see you back here in May. Namaste.